Well, in the pictures you showed me, it looked very much like a classic cattle mutilation case. And so, I mean, sure, it could have been those things, but it's fascinating that it kind of, I mean, like the lips were missing and it had a lot of those classic hallmarks.
Yeah.
The other thing that's remarkable about it, I think, at least to this story, is that, you and I had talked for just in DMs here and there. You had told me like the teeniest little bit of your story, but I always had a feeling about it. And you and I have had so many synchronicities in our communication that kind of led us to this point. But at the time that and I think this was a few months after the cattle mutilation happened, but you were just like at the point that you were ready to talk about some of the things that had gone on. And so you reached out. You hadn't reached out for a few months, and you reached out with those photos. And I was at that moment researching cattle mutilations for an episode that I actually never aired on my old podcast because, frankly, they creep me out as well. And I kind of just decided not to go down that route. But if it hadn't been, that was sort of the conversation that led to us even covering your story. That was the first time you told me your whole story. Like, we got on the phone and you told me the whole thing, and it was unbelievable. And if it hadn't been for that and that kind of synchronicity, I don't know that your story even would have made it into Cosmosis. So it's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. So, I mean, it is funny because I had those pictures I didn't even want to take the pictures, right? Like, because I think the part that people don't understand, and maybe I get it now, is like, it's kind of like your dog dying, right?